When I was a child, I used to go by my movie rental place, which was called, I think, Movie Gallery or something generic. I would rent games from there all the time. One I rented was Ribbit King. This game is, well, odd. So what is Ribbit King? It was released on the GameCube and PlayStation 2 June 8, 2004, or, well, July 11, 2003 in Japan under the name Kero DX. Well, it's a game where you play golf with frogs, and the name of the sport is frolf. Yeah, great name there. Now, in this game, you could play single player or multiplayer. Sadly, I never had anyone to play multiplayer with back in the day, so I only played story mode, which was, interesting is one way to put it. The main character is Scooter with his trusty sidekick, a, picnic basket named Pickwick. Well, the game starts with them meeting King Hippity Hop. These names, I swear. Well, it turns out their planet of Hippotron is doomed unless they get more Super Ribbonite. Well, they send Scooter off to a planet named Ribbitopia to play frolf. Pickwick will teach you the ropes, and then you will face him in a short round. Honestly, there is not really much to this game. The goal is to, of course, get to the end with the least strokes. However, along the way you can rack up points to help you win. Although, in the story mode, most of the time you can just rush to the hole and end up winning. There are hazards, which some can actually aid you. However, they tend to be very trial and error and can honestly cost you a run. As you are finishing your round with Pickwick, suddenly there's a slug named Sluggy who is the referee. He gives out a bonus, but honestly, these bonuses rarely matter. He then tells you to get in a ship, which Pickwick says,
I don't really trust him. He's shady.
Then Sluggy is just racist.
At least I'm not a picnic basket.
Then the king just jump scares you.
Oh, Scooter.
Inside Sluggy's ship, there's a gacha machine. You can shake it around to get useful items. You can also talk to Pickwick to see your bottle caps and be able to save, which is, the king alerts us he went to use the restroom. Then you can choose your next opponent, which is Pan the panda, who briefly wants to turn this game into a fighting game. Well, you beat her in a round of frolf, then she sells something to you, and on to the next opponent, which are actually two. Princess Tip-P is the first one, which...
I'm so tired.
I feel you. We triumph over her on the planet Frosticle, and she sells us something as well. Then up next is Lunk, whose joke is, he scared us? Well, we beat him on planet Lavatron and he sells us... Wait, is that a freaking egg? Is Lunk selling us his offspring? Then next up is Pappy, who is a small little dude that needs to grow. So we use a party popper on him? Well, once we make work of our opponent, he then sells us an item. Next up is Sir Waddle-Lot. He is being controlled by something. Well, his course is on the planet Tektron, which is honestly kinda hard, but we beat him. He too sells us an egg, which I then remembered these unlock different frogs for us to use. Our next opponent is Pan again. So basically each character has a second version. These second versions are a bit harder. This time we fought her on Hypnotron, which I beat her like it was nothing. Okay, the bonus points are not pointless. She then sells us a rocket and we move on. Now this is where it gets really confusing. If you thought that the picnic basket just kind of appeared out of nowhere, well, you would be right. For some reason they decided to cut part of the beginning cutscene and are showing it now. Now, why this was not shown at the start of the game is a good question. Also, Scooter is the only carpenter on the planet, so he is the only one fit to do this. But he has never played frolf. So this is where they bring in Pickwick as a guide to teach us how to play frolf, which, again, why did they not show this cutscene at the start? Well, whatever. Next up, we face Sparky and Whoosh, who are just dead gamers? I beat them. No, wait, it's a tie? I beat them easily and they sell me an egg as well. I then go and battle Lunk once more, once again beating them as he sells me a rock? Is this his skin? Next up is Cosmo, who tries to shoot us on sight, then he just shoots himself. We beat the little dude and he sells us an antenna. Well, Pappy is back, now with friends that we have to enlarge, whose names are Peppy and Papu. Just why? We beat them and they sell us a party popper. Next up is Princess Tippy. However, it's more the fish on her head.
I said you're playing against me, and I'm a lot harder to beat than this worn-out rag doll.
How dare you call me a rag doll? I'm just a little overworked.
Face it, sweetheart, you're one pooped princess.
Ugh! Don't aggravate me. You deserve a smack.
Ow.
That hurt.
They get along great. We beat her and she sells us an egg. Next up is Sir Waterlot 2. We wind him up again and he once again crashes, but only because Scooter broke the cog. Beating him, he will then, calls himself a loser and then just crashes out. Next we are up against Cosmo again and he is looking fly. He also sings a little song.
I wonder if he knows any rock and roll.
Music to my ears. Once again, we beat him and he sells us an egg. Well, now we are against Sparky and Whoosh again. They still are gaming though. We beat them and they sell us hints and clues for Mega Zapper Men 2? Why is it so freaking costly? Well, I try to buy it, but they refuse to sell it. Hopefully we won't be needing it in the future. Well, we get back and there are no more opponents. Scooter thought they won, however, true final boss is the one, the only, Gumbagoo Machine. Yeah, you know what? Gotcha does seem to be the final boss for video games. Well, this guy is tough. However, we take him on and claim victory. Finally, we are the frolf champion. We get our trophy and then wonder where the Super Ribbonite is at. Gumbagoo gives it to us. However, it is so small. Well, Scooter and Pickwick get in the ship defeated. However, we have that party popper that we bought to grow it. So Pickwick tries to get us all killed and grows it inside the ship. They make it home and save the day. However, it's not over yet. Once you go back to the story mode, it seems like it's starting over. However, it is a bit different now. Captain Oinka is attacking Hippietron. They even shoot the planet to make sure we know they mean business. Now, what do they want? Well, they want help to beat Mega Zapper Men 2. Pickwick starts to play the game. What a cute little gamer. While Scooter remembers how Sparky and Whoosh once sell them hints and clues for Mega Zapper Men 2. So we go off to face them one last time to save our planet Hippietron. For some reason, we can't just battle Sparky and Whoosh. So we battle Pan Pan one last time. We beat her and she sells us her egg. Still weird saying that. Then we battle Sir Waterlot once more. He then sells us a clock. Then we battle Pepe, Papi, Papu. I hate saying their names. They sell us an egg as well. Next up is Goombagoo once more. We finish him off and he sells us an egg. Next up is Princess Tippy, which once again we come out victorious. She sells us a stop sign. Then we battle Lunk once again. Once we win, he sells us a shield. Then our cool alien friend Cosmo is our next battle. Upon victory, he sells us a UFO item. Finally, we get to Sparky and Whoosh. After beating them, Scooter asks for the hints and clues for Mega Zapper Men 2. However, they seem to have thrown it away. Why didn't they sell it to us before then? However, Pickwick has been playing Mega Zapper Men 2 and completed it, so the day is saved. Also,
that basket guy might be a better gamer than I am.
What?
poor guy. They return and the world is saved. Wait, that's it? No final boss against Captain Oinka? An odd end to the game, but oh well. Although, I would like to bring up one more thing. This game came out on the PS2 and GameCube. Each version has unique unlockables. The PS2 version has Captain Oinka to play in multiplayer mode, also a frog named Fly Guy. The GameCube version has King Hippity Hop to play in multiplayer mode. It too had a frog which was Scrappy. Now, why were there version exclusives? Not a clue. However, is this the end of the story? Well, no. You see, there's another disc that came with the game called Ribbit King Plus. On it was an anime of Ribbit King, so let's briefly cover this. The anime has 30 episodes, however, only 27 in the American version. Why though? From what I can tell, there are no details of why this happened. However, there is a little montage of cutscenes from the game added to the American version, which is honestly kind of crap, but whatever. The anime actually aired on Japanese television. However, to unlock some of the episodes, you have to do various things to get bottle caps. Generally, bottle caps are just achievements. I would go over the anime, but it is mainly just small shorts with no real story. If you are interested, I will leave a link down below in the description for a YouTube video of them. Now, is that all of it? Well, in Japan, this was actually the second game. The first game being Kero King for the original PlayStation. As you can see, it is very similar looking to its sequel, but also rather different. Basically, the story follows the main character Nosuken and his journey to become the frolf champion, mostly to help his single mother out with money. Beyond that, however, I really have no clue of the story. I know very little Japanese after all. Generally, it plays roughly the same, but a little simpler. Still a fun game though. So, Ribbit King. Is it a good game? Oh, for sure. However, it is a bizarre game with a bizarre story. Some of the choices the devs made are questionable as well. There are several items that do various things, but in single player you can easily get away without using any of them. You can also curb your shots, but most of the time it is kind of pointless to do. I am sure one can min-max getting points and make strats for each stage. However, in the story mode, you rarely have to try. Only a few of the battles are considered tough and can be just trial and error. However, I think this game shines with its multiplayer. If this came out today and had online multiplayer, I think people would love it. I recently played it with some friends and had a blast. The game also had various amounts of merchandise made for it, which are cute. Sadly, the game is just mainly forgotten, which is a pure shame. Well, this is the end of the video, so best wishes for everyone till next time and take care.
The